press limit Ratchet and Clank for what could be the finale. And also, this is really broken, as I remember from last time. If I can just wipe out the little enemies, I'll have a nice little safe pocket that I can hide in for a few seconds. Good! That's the easy part. Now comes the tougher part. That is so unfair that he is out of range of the dummies. But it only cost me 1 unit of health. 1 unit of valuable health. Okay, just for reference, I'm going to be using the menu a bit more than I'm used to for pulling out my weapons. So he's still okay. Kind of annoying, but okay. There! Now I have 1 unit of health missing and I need to fight the tank. And last time I was having a heck of a lot of trouble with these tanks. I'm probably going to have some trouble with them this time too. But here's my generalized plan. I'm going to drop 5 decoys, which should be enough to last at least a little while. Then I'm going to run to that first platform, pull out the blaster, and start shooting at it. It worked! It worked! I only took 1 hit! I can live with that! No, I want to pull out the pyrocketer. Okay. We can do this! We can do this! I'm gonna die. Okay, we took out 1. Just stay on the move. I don't have to kill them all, I just have to thin their numbers. I just have to thin their numbers. I just have to thin them. There's only 2 of those, 4 of those, and the ship. I think that's enough that I can escape. We're gonna go for it. No! I was there, you cheating cheats! To cheat cheatingly as cheaters cheat! Skip ahead! Okay guys, we're back to the tank. I'm gonna go on ahead and skip. I'm gonna go back and get my ammo. Okay guys, we're coming back in. I can do this. I can do this. There we go. I'm slowly learning how to take care of these guys without using the decoy glove. No, I was down! You cheat! Why did the controller not finish the movement? You know what? I'm throwing out a decoy. This is just too tedious to not. Okay, escaped the endless firestorm of fire and storms and firestorms. Dirty, rotten little skunk! We can do this! We can do this! Oh God! You're invisible! That is not allowed! You stay still! Oh, having flashbacks to Orxon. Having big time flashbacks to Orxon. No! I know it's going to be impossible to explain what just happened. But what just happened is Ratchet never hit the ground because of the stupid explosion that hit him cheaply. Okay guys, we're coming back in. I'm going to die again. I just hope you're ready for that. Wait a minute, let me test this. It is working! It didn't work on at Gadgetron headquarters. Well, it almost worked. That's okay. It worked enough. I'm only missing, well, ah! Why is there not enough health for anything ever in this? Don't drift around, just stand in place and take it. Why are you aiming at me? I have decoys up. Only ever aim at the decoys. That's what they are for. As you can see, I've discovered that the Golden Blaster has slightly more range than the target assist. So, I think I'm gonna skip right here, go back and get more ammo. As much as I don't really want to do that. Actually, you know, I still have 14 decoys. We don't need more ammo just yet. My voice is all scratchy from... yelling at these cheats! Why are you... how are you shooting constantly? How are you shooting at me from every angle conceivable by man and 20 conceivable only by monkeys? Be nice if I could breathe. Okay, we're doing good. No need to fear. Why are you shooting at me from that far away? Oh my word! I do not like getting winged by invisible shots! Well, now I'm out of ammo, so I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. Unless... Nope, just decoy glove. Hey guys, I'm coming back in really quick. I don't have enough health, I think, to take on the next segment. Even though I think I'm approaching an autosave. Or a checkpoint, I should say. So I'm going to search the earlier areas of the level for nanotech. Okay, so there's no nanotech back here. Alright guys, we're coming back in. I checked the earlier areas in case I didn't tell you for nanotech. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down a bunch of decoys over here. Really? Goody! We can take this sucker. Why did you stop zooming, Ratchet? Oh, yay. Wish I would have known about that the first time. Oh god, there's more of them. Yay! We're doing good! We're doing good! I hope my neighbors aren't too mad at me. I'm being pretty loud in this recording. Hence the total and utter destruction of my voice box. I think that was the second checkpoint that we just reached. You know what? I'm not gonna have another chance to do it. Chicken time! Chicken party! Woo! Chicken party! Did I take down one of them? I totally did. I totally did. That is incredible. Super happy about that. Super happy. What? Where did the ship go? Not that I'm complaining, mind you, I just don't trust it at all. Also, that's a... There it is. So we're just out of range there. I don't even know if I can make this jump. I don't know if I messed something up or not. Oh, I can make it. We're good. We're good. We're good. Whoa! Where even am I? I didn't even know this was a place! I found a gold bolt that I didn't even know where it was. Because I got shot by a cheap shot, but still. That's pretty cool. I will take it. Because I'm taking the gold bolt. Hopefully, I can hope the hope that is hopeful. Oh. Job. Words. Is this the third checkpoint? Am I finally doing stuff? Am I finally doing stuff? Am I finally doing things related to stuff and also junk? Are we finally doing it? Okay. Okay, this is pretty obvious. That one can only go there or there. And I'm gonna guess there, considering that one goes there. And these ones go right there. Yep. Yep. We're actually making some pretty good progress now. Getting through that first area is definitely the tough part. That isn't to say we're out of the woods yet, but it's to say that the woods aren't as dangerous as they were 5 seconds ago. We're on the edge of the woods, sort of. Oh God, why? Okay, that was not a fun. When you have almost no health left in the last level of a game, in a challenge run, and you get winged, that is never a fun. That is never a fun. Oh, crap. Okay, we did good. We cleared some stuff. I'm gonna try and find an ammo vendor now, because I am out of decoy glove ammo. I have decoy glove ammo. We can do this. We can do. Oh God, why? There was no other checkpoints! There were no other checkpoints! Why were there no other checkpoints?
I got some great bargains for you today.
Why would you ever do that to anybody? Game! That is just not even fair on the slightest of any level that ever existed ever. Why? Why? Is there no freaking checkpoint? We're in a war zone, trying to save him. Don't want to stop to breathe. I think it's safe to come in here alone. Please. That's probably a ripoff of some song. But I honestly wasn't even thinking about it. I was just trying not to die repeatedly to cheaters. I can do this. Hey guys, welcome back. I don't know how much of the actual insanity I skipped out, but I'm actually getting really decent at dodging these guys now. Still not great, but really decent. And they destroyed the dummy. I'm getting really good at noticing when they do that because it's happened a million times now. Come on. Oh, you're not allowed to do that. That is against the rule. That is against the rule. Okay, we're back to this area where I accidentally discovered the gold bolt. So, what now? We got through this area pretty easy last time. I'm just gonna hop up here and throw a decoy. Don't know if I actually got hit there. It looked like I didn't. Okay. This deal again. Why? No! No! Why? The fucking knockback! Why? That was so unnecessary! Why do you have to be a freaking cheater? I can do this. I can do this. Tell me how I can do this. Tell me now, please, I want to. Please tell me now I can do this. How I can do this. Huh. Okay, back for ammo. Do this. I can do this. Tell everybody I can do this. Just tell everyone I can do this. I can do this. Yes. I can do this.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
You know, I wonder. I'm curious. I could hit this other guy from just outside of his range. I wonder if it's possible with this guy. There are so many Ratchets just chilling with their arms out to the sides. Okay guys, I'm back to the part where I died at last time again. I'm trying to outsmart this game. It's not an easy do. Not an easy to do even. I'm wondering if maybe I can just get within its range just barely. Doesn't look like it's gonna let me. No! Not the same freaking thing again, you cheat! Why? I need to take a break, guys. I almost never do this, but I need to take a break in the middle of recording because this is so frustrating. Hey everybody, Ninjo back again. I took a few minutes to, I took 5 and I took some Advil so that my hand wouldn't hurt quite as
I got some
bad.
great bargains for you today.
And I'm gonna try this again. I know I can do it, and I think I have a workaround this time, but I'm gonna go on ahead and skip ahead to the part that keeps killing me. Okay guys, I'm back to the area that keeps killing me. Time to see if my new strategy I took, that I came up with while I was taking my break will work. Okay, first I gotta kill these guys. It's the easy part. Easy, of course, being a relative thing, and to some people, easy is quite hard. Oh god. Still don't want to die. Wow, I got a couple of... I dropped a couple of frames right there when I turned around. Nothing serious. But just worth noting. And here we are again on our own. Try to have a better story than Cubone. Okay, so this is going to kill these guys pretty much instantly. So I don't really need to worry about them. Now my plan here, unlike last time, is to just distract and run. And the plan seems to have worked. At least in part. It worked. The plan worked. Worky did. The plan did work. I have full health at this part. Okay. The fact that I was able to do that means so much towards the progression of this area. Means so much that I was able to get here with full health. Okay, now these guys right here are going to be sneaky and rotten and try to cheat me. But because they're trying to be sneaky, I can also be sneaky back and cheat them. Okay, we're making good progress, only one left to go. I don't think I have enough ammo to take them all out, but I'm gonna try and at least take this last guy out. Now,
I got some
time
great
for
bargains.
expensive blaster ammo. Oh god, too expensive. Too expensive. Too expensive. Too expensive. I'm gonna cut and I'm gonna come back because that was way more expensive than I thought it was gonna be. It's okay though, because we've gotten this far. For the second time. That break did wonders. But I'm gonna go on ahead and cut now. 3, 2, 1, cut. Okay guys, we're coming back. I have ammo again. Ow. Got it! I got it! I got the big one! That means all that's left are these small fries. Which I don't have to get. But I'm going to get anyways because that's the smart thing to do. I got them all! Got them, yeah, got them all! Got them all! Got them all! I can do it! I can actually do it! I can actually do it! I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm not saying really anything intelligent or riveting or anything, but this was not easy. Yeah. Now, you see, you might be thinking, oh, this is impossible. I better sit here and use all my Visibomb ammo and take out all these ships. Don't. Don't. Even if you're not limiting yourself, which I would recommend not doing because it's only for the insane, aka me. Uh-oh. Oh, somewhere along the line I must have gotten some water. Do not do it. It is a trick. We are actually at the final boss fight. Which I guess means that if I win in any kind of amount of time, that this will be the finale episode. Giant Clank. That works out so well. Let's pick up these basalts. Destroy all of the things. Wreak havoc! I don't know where I heard that from, but I said it. Okay, come on. No bolts for those guys? That's a shame. It's time.
Hey! What the?
Imbeciles. After all the trouble you've gone through, you're about to die right where you started. It's so poetic.
This is it, Clank. Let's get him.
You might have been useful to me after all. Too bad you chose the wrong side.
We'll see about that.
I got some great.
Let's refill our ammo.
That's
Decoy gloves actually not going to be very useful in this fight, if memory serves, and it usually does when it comes to this game. Come on. We can do it! The enemy is right before us! Ow. And first segment down. We took a hit that I shouldn't have taken, but that's still a good start. There will be health refills throughout this battle, just not a lot. Come on, Ratchet! There's our first health refill. No, I wanted to use the PDA because now is the time to buy the expensive blaster refill. 2,000 bolts, but for full ammo for our gold blaster, very worth it. Oh Lord. Hey Drek, shoot out those shockwaves now, bro. Good job! And destroy the platforms. We can do this! The final arena of the game.
So it has come to this. Once I step on this ignition switch, a countdown will commence. The end of which signals the destruction of your pitiful world.
There must be another way to make a home for your people.
You think that's what this is about? Who do you think polluted our last world? I did. This is about one thing and one thing only. Cash. And lots of it. You see, I've been paid for every square inch of my new world. Once the inhabitants move in, I will begin polluting this world as well. Then the whole thing starts all over again. Brilliant.
Why, you evil little...
Save it, Clank. We have to stop that timer.
Yep. We have the option to turn off the ray. And now Clank's character has come full circle. Come on. We can do this. Just gotta be patient. And not dumb. Take our time. And don't screw up. And he starts the countdown timer again. And we stop it again. And we spend all of our money on blaster ammo again. We got him down to the red! Oh, come on, Drek. You can do better than that. And more money for more blaster shots. Come on, Drek. Be dumb. Play into my hands. Oh, God. Oh, God! The platform destroying cannon! You can stop any day now, Drek. That's helpful. Good job, Drek. Oh, God. The explosive knife missiles. Come on. And buy another full blaster rounds of ammo, yes. Are we gonna do it? 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 We did it! It's over! It's over! We did it! It's over! It's over! Oh, wow! Oh, wow.
Ratchet? What's up? You know, this time I am thinking what you're thinking.
Okay, I've got to say, it is so satisfying to complete a limiter run challenge. Because they are not easy. And I've also got to say, what a waste. Yeah, I mean, Drek did a lot of horrible things and he deserves his fate, but... And this is really satisfying to do, but... We're essentially wasting a planet here. And goodbye, Drek.
This can't be good. Phew, that was close. Clank, you can pull us up now.
The servos in my arm appear to be broken.
Broken? As in, fall to our deaths broken?
Yes.
That was close. Thanks.
My arm appears to be badly damaged.
Ah, you'll be all right.
Aww.
Hey, tin can! Where do you think you're going? We, still need to fix that arm.
And thus the indomitable partnership of Ratchet and Clank has truly been born. A lot of people give this game a lot of harsh, unfair criticism compared to its sequels. They'll say, oh, it's a great game, it's just not as great as the others. I disagree. I think this game is every bit as great as Ratchet & Clank 2, 3, 4, better than the PSP titles. And it's just, I'm so glad I decided to play this game for you guys. The whole point of this was to show that I could have a hard challenge and still enjoy myself. That I could be a bit looser. That I could be a bit more fun. But still give you the torture of some of my most difficult challenge runs. And what better way to debut the limiter challenge run than with one of my best games? I am so happy with the way this Let's Play turned out. I don't think it turned out as good as Twilight Princess in the end, but Twilight Princess was a very different beast. Very different from Ratchet & Clank. And it was a much shorter Let's Play than I planned as well. I planned on this being the shortest of my first 5 or first 4 whenever I set it up, but I didn't think it was going to be this short. And the story arcs have the best part about this game is it's so great, but it's only just the beginning. There's so much more we get to experience with this franchise, which at the time of the ones that I've played, I'd have to say is Sony's best franchise that they held onto. They lost Spyro, they lost Crash, they lost, as far as I can tell, there hasn't been a new Jak and Daxter game since Jak 3. And Ratchet & Clank fills that void for me. Because these games are fun, they're challenging if you make them that way. Because they're not mind-numbingly impossibly difficult, they are open to experimentation like this. And it's just an adventure. It's an adventure. And I love it. It's not as dark or as serious as Twilight Princess, and it's certainly not as hard as a completion challenge for Pokemon. But it's a good adventure. It's a good story, and it's a great game. My camera's battery is almost dead, so if the commentary gets cut and I have to do the rest of this in post, you guys will know why. Oh, that felt so good. The challenge right there at the end, and overcoming that with wit and will. The fact that I never had to break my challenge run, that I had enough insight to know that it was possible to win every single battle without the Devastator or Visibomb gun. It almost looked like it glitched there for a second, but it didn't. It did! Oh, this game. This game. It is always a pleasure to get to come back and play Ratchet & Clank. It was one of my first real experiences on the PlayStation 2. And only one other game for the PS2, 2 for Sony, really outshine it infinitely. And I'm not going to say what those are yet. But I suppose it is time for me to drop a hint about my next series. My 4th Let's Play will be from a UK developer. Think about that if you want. David K, you did great. Voice of Clank, probably the best voice in the entire game. To be perfectly honest. Well, besides Quark. Quark is just fantastic in every way, though. You'll see as the series goes on, Quark gets quite a lot of character development. Anyways, I hope you guys were able to stick through this shorter series. I know Twilight Princess might have been a bit tough because it dragged its heels at times. But this one was nice, it was quick, it was fast. You could probably watch all 20 episodes in a day. And that's just the nature of this beast. It's a totally different beast that I've been dealing with. Beast. Okay, come on, credits. Come on, credits. Don't glitch out on me. Oh, and you definitely want to wait through the credits with me, even though I'm kind of running out of things to say because they are long. You definitely want to wait through the end of the credits. Sorry, I'm just taking a drink of my flavored water. Oh! Come on, credits. That's all the voice actors, I guess. Oh, they all did an excellent job, though. This game is just the epitome of a well-made game. And Naughty Dog... Wait a minute. Naughty Dog? This game was made by Insomniac. Insomniac did a great job with this series. I honestly can't wait until we get to do the next Ratchet and Clank. But we're going to wait for a while. We would like to thank each individual at Sony Computer Entertainment of America. So would I. Sony might be kind of in the dark ages as far as I'm concerned or the dark days as far as I'm concerned right now, with pretty much being the other Microsoft console. But oh boy, have they made some great games throughout the course of their history. Okay, come on, game. Don't struggle. Don't struggle. Don't struggle through the credits. My battery's almost dead. My battery's almost dead. It's blinking at me now. Extend a special thanks to... who? All the Naughty Dogs. And of course, blah 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 blah. And that should be it for the credits, hopefully.
Do you have a problem with unwanted hair? Is painful itching in your nether regions causing you undue embarrassment? Do you just plain stink? Then you need this, the Gadgetron Personal Hygienator. Hi, I'm Steve McQuark. And this little baby can take care of any grooming needs that are just too much trouble for you to handle yourself. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah. Ow. Ah. Oh, mommy.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
The camera's still alive.
Congratulations. Now that Chairman Dreck's account has been closed, you're Gadgetron's most valued customer. We've got new items available for you. Just check the new goodies menu on your pause screen.
Okay.
If you'd like, you can start a new game with all of your current weapons and bolts. You can also go back to your last save. Go ahead and pick one.
I'm going to go on ahead and start a new game, but I'm not going to actually play it. I have 2 saves there because of stuff. So, final thoughts on the project. Very happy I went on ahead and went through with this one. And from such humble beginnings, a true hero, 2 heroes have risen.
Final step.
Remember,
Attach robotic
next
attention
time
system.
on
Thank
Ninjo
you for
X,
using help desk technology.
we will be playing a game from a UK developer. And that should be revealed on April Fool's Day. So don't think it's a deception. I don't really do April Fool's Day. But until next time, stay enlightened.